Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-whore Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So, some of you might know this. I do not drive. I never got my driver's license. I, got a girlfriend and just kind of stopped caring. Okay, cool. I have a personal chauffeur. And, out of this, I have, done a lot of thinking about cars and, cars are not an effective method of transportation. We could all have public transportation, be driven around in groups. It just sucks that America is built for cars. But when you think about it, we're moving towards a renewable source of energy, and we're getting these electric cars.
Babies, yeah.
So it's not going to be as much of an issue. So I'm trying to think into the future, what's going to happen. So I do not think trains are going to be a part of a renewable future transportation source.
Nope. No, they're not.
So what? So you're announcing your new invention, the
blimp
car.
What did we just had a big conversation about cars. What?
I know. Just because I am a man-child who doesn't have my driver's license doesn't mean we're not going to be using cars. I'm looking towards the future, and I am seeing cars, and I am not seeing trains. So what I am saying is
whoa. Nazi train? What?
Nazi,
I'm seeing trains taking undesirable people from one location to another. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa.
See here, kid, what you're going to want to do is get on the Auschwitz line.
Jesus Christ.
No,
hey, kid,
I am saying...
Who is this man?
So I'm just trying to say that I am coming out as a TERF, a train exclusionary radical futurist.
I'm saying. So
I'm trying to think of like a comparison of me. My next cold open is going to be, you know what? I've never built a building before, but I've lived in one for a while. So in the future, this is how we're going to build buildings.
The future, my friend, is buildingless.
Well, we're just all going to upload our consciousnesses to like a fucking cloud anyway. So
we're going to upload our consciousness to a giant building. It's going to be a mobile Gundam suit, and we're going to. Yeah.
I'd be down to just like upload my consciousness to the systems of a Gundam. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, but you'd
be a good way to go out.
You'd be in with everybody else. It would be like the internet.
Well, I read a really good short, not short, it was a multi-part sci-fi story, but that was basically that. It was cool.
It
had a waifu. It was alright.
What's going to happen? Like, okay, let's rule out all current modes of transportation. Could we just get around in like mechs?
Mexicans
They are unfortunately even less efficient than trains. So
why are you saying? Okay, first you're talking about Nazi trains. Now you're saying
those
Mexicans...
Auschwitz trains were pretty efficient.
Now you're saying Mexicans are less efficient than trains. What the fuck, dude?
How do you get 6 million people onto a train? Is all I'm saying.
I mean, have you seen the Autobahn?
Have you seen India?
I haven't.
Wow.
People hanging off those trains and shit, man.
Just up the offensiveness of my horrible.
Oh yeah. The offensive stereotype of trains in India being packed. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We're gonna have to slap a too hot for YouTube on this early.
Yeah, no. I don't know what I was thinking. Trains in India, very very scantily used, very empty. Sure. Fucking hell.
Welcome to our train episode.
Why are we having a train episode? By the way, I would like a sci-fi story where there's an AI patterned after every waifu that has ever existed. Like you were talking about waifus and uploaded consciousness and shit, Gad?
It's just VTubers or something?
Well, no, VTubers the VTubers have no personality. It would be like, you take every... Did you ever see that movie where Russell Crowe was like an AI and Denzel Washington was trying to kill him?
Oh, yeah.
It basically was, Russell Crowe was an AI robot thing that had the consciousness of every serial killer. And so I think you should just make that, but with every waifu from every, like, romantic comedy or something.
Well, that would be, like, the most split personality AI of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think that waifus are all bland. It's like you don't understand waifus. They're supposed to have these weird quirks.
The VTubers are bland. I'm saying we make a non-VTuber, and we make a waifu AI that is every waifu, and what could be? There'd be too many personalities. Well, what could be more of a manic pixie dream girl? Am I right?
Well, what if manic pixie dream girls aren't your waifu?
What?
Unacceptable.
That is just Slimebeast.
This is a Hollywood movie. What are you talking about?
That's your idea of waifus. That's definitely not mine.
It's a Hollywood movie, though.
It's true. I have a very eclectic sense. See, I take the idea that you can have a waifu from anything, but you can only have one per property. And so all of my waifus are very eclectic. I am you're not going to be able to predict my waifu from any given thing.
Shoot me a fandom in which you have a waifu, and I'll try to guess it.
My Little Pony.
Oh, that
Rarity?
The Chaos Dragon thing.
No, and it's not Rarity. She is my favorite of the main six, and I identify with her because I am a fashionista. But it's Derpy Hooves.
A fascistista? Fascist Batista?
Put the ponies on trains!
God damn it. We are going to train the ponies! Oh, you're teaching them tricks? Yes. Sure, that is what we are doing, yes.
Do you know my Overwatch waifu?
Sombra's gun.
Uh-huh.
You're actually correct. It is Sombra's gun. It's so cool. This episode is a train wreck.
DP's sitcom Friends waifu, the copy shop girl that Ross cheats on Jennifer Aniston with when they're on a break, right?
I haven't seen Friends, but that's probably it. Yeah.
Friends is bad, and everything about it is bad.
Can we just...
The actors are bad.
Yeah.
Can we get a t-shirt of Abysmii frowning with his arms folded and it just says, Friends is bad? Take your meaning as you will from that.
Friends, registered trademark.
No, finally, Rainbow Six Siege. You tell me my waifu in that.
Wall Mines?
Wall Mines.
I don't know. I don't play Rainbow Six.
Crushilda?
Oh my god, I love Crushilda. She's so good. No, it's a girl named Finka, a woman named Finka who has a scar on her face. But then a new character came out with a bigger scar on her face, so she got scar cocked.
God damn it.
So now Rooney's my waifu.
Isn't that
her mom?
Isn't that a Nintendo 64 game?
Stark.
Scar cocked. Oh wait, Star Fox. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Scar cocked 64.
Oh my lord.
I'd play it.
You'd play anything.
No, there's a lot I won't play. I'm lazy.
You played Honey Pop too.
I would play anything for waifus.
Kind of regret it.
Play that.
Waifus are an important part of life, and
they're an important part of the internet ecosystem.
They are.
Hey guys, waifus are an important part of life-oo.
You're fired.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
You're sure. You keep no showing recording.
Listen.
Oh, it just got delivered. I'll be right back.
Oh wow! Look, we got somebody no showing during a recording. You're gonna come down on me for not remembering that we changed the fucking day? But Abysmii's leaving in the middle of a recording?
We reminded you twice during the day.
You reminded me once during the day at like 3 a.m. that day before I went to bed.
At 3 a.m.? No.
Yes.
No, I reminded you at work.
No. Oh, I wasn't on Skype though when you typed that though, so that's the whole thing.
But you would see it when you open up Skype.
Yeah, which I opened up after everything was said and done. You say. Not everybody. Okay, I'll tell you this. Not everybody, and I'll tell you this, Brandon. Not everybody is a bad person. Not everybody lives on Skype, and I'll tell you this. I like the idea of Robert De Niro's performance in The Joker just being him saying that over and over. I'll tell you this. And I'll tell you this.
Hey, I'll tell you this.
Hey, I'll tell you this, Joker, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this once, okay? I'll tell you.
Goddamn package is he having delivered?
Not everybody, and I'll tell you this, not everybody leaves the podcast to go get a package. Do you think it's a present for us?
You know what? It could be a revolver.
Yeah.
No, it couldn't. It's California. What are we saying?
It could be, let's see, what would you have in California?
We heard that you were in possession of fireworks, and so you're being arrested for being in violation of California gun laws.
Maybe it's an electric-powered vegan revolver?
that's a good band right there. Hey everybody, are you enjoying this interlude while Abysmii gets a package for a very long time?
Well, so you want to start reading without him?
Yeah. This is how this episode is going. Train, and then eat like a fat shit.
So this part of our train-themed episode is training.
So this is I guess this is not about actual trains. Well, not yet, at least.
Actual train Shia LaBeouf.
This is written by Short Story 1, who the last episode was entirely dedicated to, and we have taken a liking to this person.
You guys like him? I'm kind of like lukewarm. Meh.
That's fine.
I'm like, I don't know. What are his beliefs? What are his core values? Is he woke enough? I don't want to get involved in the fandom without knowing, the political beliefs of the creator. So.
Is he red-pilled on the, I don't know, let's say, fur issue?
The fur genocide. The furicide, if you will.
Yeah, oh my god. So, I guess oh my god, Abysmii, get back.
Get back to where you once... Oh, here's Abysmii, he's back. Synths and Warhammer. Oh.
I'm leaning over to pet my Cassie.
Hey, Abysmii, what do you think of modern things? I hate them. I'm a hipster.
I want my whiskey to be aged.
I like my whiskey like I like my women. Aged.
Brown? God damn it.
What?
No, I love how you're like aged and I say brown.
I like my whiskey like I like my women. Less than smooth? I don't know.
Chorus?
Yeah, chorus.
Ooh, this is some chorus whiskey.
This is some chorus whiskey, damn. Alright, so why don't we...
Coors whiskey.
God damn it.
Coors branching out from just its beer, now doing whiskey as well.
Coors, unable to do beer, is now also not doing whiskey.
We've transitioned from doing beer poorly to doing whiskey poorly.
And speaking of transitioning, where is Abysmii?
He is unpacking that vegan electric revolver or whatever you said, and
what if he went to the door and it was actually just a burglar and they shot him? We'd hear it, right?
Probably.
Okay.
And you know what? This episode would become testimony.
This episode would be our most listened to. Can we have that as the title? In this episode, Abysmii is killed.
They're going to use this. They're going to find evidence and find out which train Ruth the killer took home.
Goddamn.
Okay, let's spitball here. What did they kill Abysmii for? They're not robbing the house because all he has is synths.
Maybe it's someone who played too much Fallout and they think he's a synth.
Possibly. It could. I'm going to go on a limb and say possibly it's Ice, and they were just coming for Paprika, and boom, they killed him because he answered the door.
Yeah, Ice came to the door, and they said, where is Paprika? We know she's here. And he said, no, she just left. She took a cab. And they said, a cab, and they shot him.
Okay, yeah that's good.
Yeah.
Possibly they shot him because he's an alien and he's green.
True. What if it was what if the X-Files came and got him? The two people who were X-Files.
Oh, yeah.
John Mulaney and Dana Brainey. She had red hair,
sure.
And that was her character trait.
Okay, sorry about that. We're good.
Oh.
Okay, he escaped.
He's alive.
All right, well,
I'm just picturing Abysmii like E.T. when he's all wrinkled up and white, when he's like dying. Abysmii's being held somewhere. He's all like,
he just popped back into the room, pulling catheters out of his, catheter holes.
Yeah.
Wherever catheters are stored.
Yep.
Wherever you buy your catheters and catheter accessories.
Catheters are stored in the balls.
That'd be... that's a painful image. I will say that this is this train wreck episode is just perfect. Everything is going according to plan, with it being a fucking train wreck.
Yeah. So,
All
Abysmii,
right.
why don't you enlighten us? What happened?
I got the package. It's good. We're good.
Did you kill anybody?
Didn't have to. Got close, though. There was some punk-ass kid in front of me with a skateboard and wearing sandals with socks, and just this close to punching him.
There was this child outside on a skateboard, and he told me not to have a cow, and I was like, I'll have a cow if I wish. So I punched him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, that was totally not tubular. And I said, what the fuck? It's
Then I punched him
2021.
again.
What are you talking about?
And you punched him and said, "Hey, I'll have a cow if I want to. That is my right as an American.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy beef and beef-related projects." Projects?
Abysmii announces his new beef-related project.
Local singles looking for beef projects.
Damn it. Welcome to the beef projects. What?
Oh my god!
It's just a low-rent building with just full of cows on
On top of a meatpacking plant.
So, okay, no, we're going down this line of thinking. So, I like the idea of just like, this is not a hamburger joint, sir. This is a beef project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is legitimately what a hipster would do.
Yeah.
They would. Because they call fucking bars where you have food gastropubs. And it's like, no, that's a bar.
The damn bar that serves food.
They named them after Pokemon. Gastropub.
Damn gastropub.
We were driving by with my mother-in-law in one of the hipster areas, and we said, "Oh, we need to drop off some mail. I think there's a post office on the left." She said, "No, that's a bar. It really says post office." Yeah, it used to be post office. They just left it up and took the branding.
Ugh.
I was like, awesome. I'm totally going to go there. Haven't gone there yet. Should do that.
You really got to build a bar out of like the dumbest thing possible. Mm-hmm. Like take one of those old style Pizza Huts, put a bar in there.
I would go to it.
Just take like a row of porta potties and just have each one a seat, with a little, table inside, and just serve people in them,
If you named your bar the bar formerly known as Pizza Hut, I would drink there. It would work on me. I'm a sucker for that type of branding.
If I was to build a bar out of anything that is an established visual thing, I would do a Blockbuster.
And
you have to.
Would you call it Shotbusters?
There you have it. And so, like, you would go in and there would be, drink menus and everything. But, like, you would have to, you'd have a drop-off area. You could put the tips in the drop-off area, which works less and less because everyone uses card.
Yeah.
But no, that would be what I would go for. And if you're listening to this train wreck of an episode still, you could go listen to 3 Creepypasta encounters at a Blockbuster, the little thing I wrote on the Creepypasta channel. Now let's read a fucking story.
Who is this one by?
Short story 1. We already went over that.
My boy.
You just weren't here for that. Train, and then eat like a fat shit. Dumbbells, weights, and running machines. And the running machines should make me lose the weight of a small man, but train even more so I could eat much larger man and not see a negative difference in my weight. Capitalized.
So we're already a cannibal immediately in the first sentence?
I like that.
Or second sentence, I guess.
We're not hiding it.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like, by the way, this whole time I was a can. Yeah, we know.
Whoa, here he comes.
Watch out, boys. It's a cannibal.
God damn it. Okay, what song can we rewrite to have cannibal in it?
I was going to say, how are we going to rewrite Hall & Oates songs to be less seductive?
Alright.
All the other cannibals with the pumped up kicks? I don't know.
Nah.
My sacrifice. You're just
with cannibals wide open, cannibals, all that I see impersonating
with jaws
me.
wide open.
I've got a cannibal in my back pocket. Yeah.
I chimed in with a haven't you people ever heard of getting the goddamn oven.
No, okay. Think about where we started this and where we're going now. We should just move on.
Whatever, man. The train continues.
Listen, let's just follow it's just my train of thought.
We're getting off track here.
We're going to have to lay down some new rails.
I wish you would keep reading.
Check out Slimebeast's new greeting card in stores now.
What the fuck?
I wish. That just sounds like a fucking greeting card.
I wish you a happy birthday. What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What have you done?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Just you find a Jewish friend and you give them a card.
You
make it sound like you made a Jewish friend just to do this. You go and find a Jewish friend.
Go find a Jew, and then you give them a card that just says, "I wish that didn't happen."
God damn it!
Oh boy, I'm constantly chasing and burning my calories, so I don't change my diet. Diets are a killer, aren't they? But exercising is so much fun, and I just love eating so much.
Mm-hmm.
In typical short story one fashion, we're not. Right out the gate, fuck it, cannibalism. Which I like. It's refreshing, because how many of the common trendy stories now are like, spend 20,000 words to find out it's a Wendigo.
And the funny thing is, you spend 20,000 words to find out the person's a cannibal, but the title of the story on No Sleep is, I am a cannibal, this is my story of cannibalism. You know?
I work at a cannibal daycare, and I have some stories to tell.
I work at a cannibal daycare, and I'm beginning to think it's not what it seems. Like, what?
My cannibal daycare has a weird list of rules to follow.
Children are missing from my cannibal daycare, and I can't explain it.
I think my Tinder date is a cannibal, and then the twist is, I am also a cannibal.
Bum, bum, bum.
I am a cannibal that eats cannibals.
I'm a cannibal, yeah.
So I think my Tinder date is a cannibal, and now I'm worried. Part of it's a twist where I'm actually a cannibal, and I go on Tinder dates with other cannibals because I'm a cannibal.
Mm-hmm.
Close parentheses.
Is this canon to the cannibals? Fuck.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Would you consider this possibly canon, maybe not so cannibal?
Mm-hmm. It's canonable.
Well, canonable.
If one canon eats another canon, it becomes canonable.
Cannabinoids?
Cannabinoid.
Okay, if we go much further, all three of us are just going to be sitting here all talking at once going,
So how many episodes just turn into that, though?
Hey, everybody, I'm a fucking cannibal. Like, fuck it, the show sucks. Oh boy, I'm a cannibal. Now, Maxley, don't be a cannibal. It's the king of Cannibal Beach. Can I kick this cannibal? Fuck.
All you compilation or compilers out there, you're welcome.
There are no compilers.
There needs to be. We need to get big enough to get compilers.
Our audience is full of people who don't want to compile. It's just sad.
It is sad. We're not popular enough.
If you want to be our compiler, please leave a message below.
Hey, if this video gets a bunch of views, we'll get a compiler.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And also, if it gets 2 likes.
Over average.
If it gets a bunch of views, or 2 likes, or we don't lose a subscriber this month.
I think we've had net positives, I think. Need to check.
So, someone's just like, I don't like all those Fat Albert jokes. They're in 4 days. What's the dumbest thing you could get offended by?
Photo negative Mickey.
Well, there's that one guy. Remember that one guy?
A 50-foot snake? Unrealistic.
Oh, boy.
Why would you write a story so stupid?
It's just a palette swap.
It's so stupid.
I decided to become vegetarian once I decided to eat vegetarians.
Yeah.
And I still found out that I still needed to train to still eat like a fat shit, even if they were vegetarians. When I wanted to eat a 6-foot vegetarian, I had to train even more. Exercising is the miracle of life and the preventer of most human body failures.
I've never seen a vegetarian grow to 6 feet tall.
Those who complain about weight gain aren't exercising properly and should really stop and think about what they're doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You all been called out.
I like the idea that Dead Palette is like, every time I meet a vegetarian, they don't get a chance to live long enough to grow 6 feet. I'll just cut them down.
There are 6-foot vegetarians. They just live in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
They're Bigfoot, is what I'm saying.
Yes. Train. Wait, isn't there a song like that? Train. No. And then he's like a fat shit.
Train.
Once I decided to become a vegan by eating vegans, I still had to train to be able to eat like a fat shit. I love eating like a fat shit, as it's so much fun and animalistic, but also knowing that I'm not going to put on extra weight, as I have amazing exercising habits as a bonus. The bigger the vegan person happens to be, then the harder I would have to train to eat like a fat shit. And that is the end of the story.
Awesome.
I don't like that one as much as other short story one stories.
I've definitely read better. This one, I think it starts out strong, but then I think the author just wanted to, like, you know, I've got an idea. I'm going to do the rule 3. Boom, done, which is fine. Like,
I much prefer short story 2.
Ooh,
short story 2 is a step up from short story 1. Short story 3 jumps the shark, though.
I get the feeling that short story 1 just is very much likes to just practice their writing a lot and just kind of gets an idea out and posts it and then just keeps doing it. Which I'm fine.
The origins of Creepypasta? My God.
Oh my God. Getting back to the roots.
Yeah, I do enjoy them. That's all the ones we read in the last episode of Short Story 1 stories were.
Oh, you know what?
superior.
If we weren't bullshitting, that would have taken 2 minutes.
Well, yeah.
So
Let's
that's
see.
fine with me.
How long have we been recording? 30 minutes.
Night Train.
Not
Shit.
I've never heard that title before. Who wrote this?
Descheny? Deshen? Hey, Deshen?
Well, I think you're saying that wrong, and it's really racist, and I have no idea what cultures that's from.
This was written by Shenmue.
This was written by Yu Suzuki.
This was rented. This was
Yes,
This was
I
written by Hideo Kojima.
Shotbuster. You know, I think you just need to make Shotbusters at this point, Brandon. I'll help co-fund it.
We need to find a blockbuster that hasn't been demolished yet, and just...
Oh, there was one not too far away that got turned into a fucking it got turned into a pizza joint. So when that goes out of business, I'll just hop on it. There we go.
Yeah. Night Train. Shit. Melinda tapped her card and passed through the gate just in time to watch the train close its doors. Her frustration boiled over as she watched it pull away, slowly at first, as if to taunt her for missing it yet again. I'm a train, you can't catch me.
You'll never be inside me. I'm going down the track.
God damn it.
Can't catch me. All the doors are closed.
There's a bum masturbating in me.
You know what? I'm going to back up. Oop, never mind. I'm going
I'm a train. I only go one way. Fuck you.
Fucking hell.
I'm poorly funded by tax dollars. What are you going to do about it?
Joe Biden wants to increase spending on me.
Joe Biden and his train sets.
Biden has train waifus. We all know it.
Well, you know, that would make sense. There are train waifus, because I know there are, like, those Japanese train fans. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Fuck the tea, she thought to herself.
That's not cool to say.
He pities the fool. What are you talking about?
She thought to herself, but did nothing to get back the power she felt she had lost.
I like the first 2 sentences, or no, I guess it's just the first sentence. I think that's very relatable, and I can picture it in my head. Second one, a little flowery, but whatever, nitpick.
Little Flowery, my favorite rapper.
Dirty flower pickers. These moments, she knew, were among the risks she took not having a car. Topical. Before moving to Baston, everyone back home had warned her not to bother with a car in the city. The T will take you anywhere you need to go. T stands for testicles. They said. Most of them, Melinda would agree, but at such a late hour.
No, Brandon, no.
What did I do?
But at such a late hour, and with at least a 20-minute wait for the next train, she would have given anything for a car of her own.
So, most of them? No, most of the time. That's what I was referring to. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I do
just
like
so
that,
nobody's confused about what the fuck I was talking about.
Look, okay, if people have not, caught on that they really should just have the story in front of them whilst we're doing this, because we're gonna intentionally and unintentionally misread things, welcome to the program.
Yeah, if this is your first episode, fuck you. You should have known this. Oh well. Melinda, by the way.
If this is your first episode,
I'm very sorry.
You are no longer listening, and you tuned out the minute we went on like a 5-minute ramble about Auschwitz.
And if you're still listening and this is your first episode, no, we are not actual Nazis. It's not a kill stream podcast.
We are not Nazis. We are, I think, a rather tolerant group. Elias, can you please name this one Auschwitz greeting cards?
Yes. Don't worry, we're very diverse. Elias is a Mormon.
Well, I
one of us is Latinx adjacent. It's fine.
Latinx adjacent.
God damn it. Wait, it's Latinx? I thought it was Latinx.
Oh, whatever.
Don't worry. I'm fairly certain the episode is not going to be called that because I don't think Elias knows how to spell Auschwitz.
God damn it.
It's not part of his.
Oh, God, don't teach him about Auschwitz.
There was a World War II?
You know the Mormons. They don't know anything about anything.
They don't drink coffee. They don't teach history. It's a bad thing.
They don't drink coffee, and they don't learn about World War II. Those are the two things.
Some stereotypes are true.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Melinda in this story is spelled M-A-L-I-N-D-A.
Yeah. I usually see it as M-E, but...
Oh well, Melinda thought after taking a moment to calm herself. Maybe it's not all bad. After all, since moving to the city, she had begun to appreciate long rides and even longer waits. Okay.
Then why does she care about the 20 minutes?
I don't know. They gave her time to reflect, reset, reset, and listen to her favorite songs.
She got a wreck like everyone else waiting for the train.
Now, as she stood on the platform, she fished through her bag for her earbuds. When she found them at last, she shoved one end into her phone and the other two into her ears, as one does.
So, yeah, it's a very unnecessary way of saying she got her earbuds.
Speaking of Latinx, Gloria Estefan's dulcet tones greeted her warmly, and, seeing that she was alone on the platform, Melinda allowed herself to dance. She enjoyed 3 or 4 songs this way, sinking deeper and deeper into the music with each measure.
Oh my god, she's turning into the Joker.
Bum, bum,
The train's going to arrive.
Ba-na,
No.
ba-na.
She's gonna kill 3 random boys on the train.
Yeah.
You know what you get when you're late for your train.
Okay, let's be honest here. The Joker movie, more of a Jeff the Killer movie, am I right?
You know, if I had to have a Jeff the Killer movie, and one probably shouldn't be made, I would be okay with that. You know, that'd be fine.
Not everyone. I'm picturing like a YouTube analyst, one of those explain channels like MatPat or somebody saying, not everyone, and I'll tell you this, not everyone is a bully, Jeff.
No, but like in terms of general theming, yes, but I think that the character is different, and the fact that he is an old man versus a young person who is already ready for revenge, you know? When you're younger, you're more angry, you know?
Right.
But he does kill his mom, and he is on the lookout for his brother.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you know what? Now I can't believe I've never drawn this comparison before, but there are disturbing. Well, no, that's fucking obvious. Jeff the Killer's a Joker ripoff anyway.
It's a disturbing connection.
I love how Abysmii just realized that it's shoehorning back into the fact that Jeff the Killer's a ripoff of the Joker.
Look,
like,
it's
wait.
been a long week, and I've been drinking. Okay.
It's been a long week.
Leave
By the
me
way,
alone.
the name of the 3 Wall Street guys from the Joker are literally Tyler,
Harry.
Derlin, whatever. What were the names of the bullies?
They're,
Tyler, Durden, and Brad
yeah,
Pitt.
you really stuck that one.
What are the bullies from Jeff the Killer? Shabazz?
Boko Haram.
Miffy?
Fuck, I just read a Jeff the Killer story. I should know
Boca
this.
Raton.
Oh, Keith, Troy, and,
Vegas.
I forget the other one, but it's Keith and Troy and something
Jimmy
else.
Knuckles.
Bilbo.
Suma Beach.
When
When are we going to read Japanese creepypasta again? Like
Soon.
I think it's time to revisit that.
Very soon.
Good.
It's only during the final fading notes of the last song that a different song rose to her ears. I chimed in with a heavy... Miss, came a voice from behind her. It was uncommonly deep, enough so that Melinda couldn't help but be startled. She spun around to face the platform gates, which in front of which she still stood, and she found herself startled afresh.
Is this Bill Gates? What?
Rip Melinda and Bill Gates.
Rip Melinda and Bill Gates.
That should be a new law. If you try and get a divorce, both parties get killed.
God damn it.
I mean, it is a sin against God, so, just saying.
Murder isn't.
It's amazing that right after she got vaccinated, Melinda Gates wanted to leave. I don't want any money. No, I just want to go off on my own.
A special part of her cerebral cortex. She was like, wait a minute, I don't have to marry you anymore.
You just wake... Is that how marriage works? You just wake up every morning and you're just like, do you want to stay married? Yeah, I want to stay married. All right, listen.
As a married man, we have to renew our vows every morning. It's incredibly inconvenient, but, marriage contract and all that.
Abysmii perches over Paprika like a night terror demon, like a night paralysis creature.
Would you like to
waits
stay
for her to wake
married?
up. Hey, you want to stay married? Cool.
So it's less insidious, but still like more douchebag because it's basically, hey, can you make coffee? You still want to stay married?
Damn.
Because we can make an arrangement here.
Damn.
That's why a bunch of rich douches get yachts. If they're trapped on a boat out in the water, they're not going to divorce you because of the implication.
There's just a yacht, and all it has is a coffee maker, and the dude's sitting there like, keep making coffee. That's right. Keep making coffee.
Oh shit, we're in international waters. It doesn't apply anymore. Turn around quick.
Is that how that works? Like in international waters, is no marriage recognized?
Not as a legal instrument? No, it doesn't have to be. Because it would just have to be... I mean, honestly, marriage is mostly just enforced between the two people at that point. But yeah, no. Technically, you could say, like, I don't care. No state's going to enforce it.
Abysmii, is there a way to make a body of water international waters? Like, have it declared that? Like, can you declare your toilet international waters, or...
It has to be within a certain amount of nautical miles from any other recognized state entity.
So no.
So you'd have to move your toilet out into international waters, essentially.
Well, then it would already be... Alright, whatever.
I know. I'm sorry.
If you gentlemen will excuse me, I need to go make a illegal dump in international waters.
Yeah.
This episode's great.
Is it?
No, but it's fun for us. And then, I don't know. At some point, we should put out a poll of, do you like it when our episodes go absolutely batshit? Or do you like the ones where we're really focusing? Or does it matter? Because I bet you it's the third option, but I am curious.
I don't think it matters.
You don't want to ask questions that you don't want the answer to.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. What?
Everybody, please feel free to leave a comment below saying that you like the show no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And if you type something else, we'll delete it.
That's right.
Behind one of the gates stood a man. He was as unusually tall as his voice was deep.
Boy.
It was Slender Man.
Yeah.
Melinda would have guessed he was 7 feet tall.
Slender
Man. Hello, my voice is deep. Come with me, and you'll be in a mansion of psychological torture.
We've got Jeff and the other Iconpasta.
Herobrine.
Lives in the walls.
That's how they should have made the Slender Man movie. A bunch of kids wanting to be proxies going to the Slender Man mansion and getting Willy Wonka all over the place.
I mean, yes, you're not wrong, because what they did was fucking stupid and way too close to the real-life stabbing.
Yeah.
Instead, they should have just embraced it. We could talk about that for hours, but...
It's funny because, people were like, they're making a Slender Man movie? That's disrespectful to the stabbing victim and their family. And I was like, oh, shut up. That has nothing to do... Oh, they're doing that exactly. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
and then they literally, take their friend out to sacrifice her in the woods to Slender Man.
Join the Slender Man sweepstakes. If you would like to join in, please go find a friend and stab them to death and then mail their corpse to Paramount Pictures or Sony, whatever.
That's how the movie opens, okay? There's a couple of kids stabbing another kid and they pull out a golden ticket out of them.
I got a golden ticket.
They're just running through the woods.
Yeah.
He seemed completely bald, Slender Man, save for a few hairs that looked like he'd meticulously combed them into place.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes unsettled her the most at
eyes,
first.
just like Slender Man, yeah.
Unsettling eyes and a few hairs. Is this Homer Simpson?
Unsuspecting victim. Merge, I missed the train.
Now there's a weird girl in front of me. She's dancing, but I can't hear music.
Oh no, is the theme of this episode that I have to cheat on Merge with Melinda?
Melinda. His eyes unsettled her the most at first, managing at once to be both wide and lifeless. Mm-hmm. 2 holes below a subtle protuberance. So like a nose. Oh, served at the man's nose, yeah. And a pair of thin, colorless lips curled up into a smile. This is reeking of Iconpasta.
Yeah.
His skin seemed almost ashen in color, like Slender Man, and was made to look all the more pale, like Slender Man, contrasted with his proper black suit, like Slender Man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Taking him in...
Double.
Double.
You know what to do, okay? When I say, Simpson Man. Okay? You know what to do. Okay, continue.
Had he not been moving ever so slightly, she might have guessed he was a standing corpse.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I see somebody motionless...
Here.
Yes.
Standing...
Here for the corpse press.
Yes.
Do you need your corpse pressed neatly and properly?
I like the idea that somebody's like there's something at play. There's some kind of backstory you're unaware of as you sit there and you watch a TV commercial break and there's a guy doing a commercial for a corpse press, but he seems really nervous and making it up. You need your corpse pressed because you can bring your corpse here and do that. Like, what is it? What? Okay. But that's ridiculous, she scolded herself. Symphony Hall is nearby. Oh, okay. That's probably where he came from.
Uh-huh.
Soothed by this deduction, okay, she smiled back at the man. Those music types are always weird, she added for her own amusement. I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. You're shit.
Oh my god.
You garbage.
This is definitely suffering from I have a thesaurus, which I'm guilty of constantly, so I do recognize it when I see it.
I jerked off Toby Keith and walked him upstage and
You just...
I filleted Puddle of Mud the entire band. Who are you? You're nothing. I put my finger straight up Kylie Minogue's ass. What are you doing? You're nothing, kid. You're garbage.
Dude. Oh my god. I would unironically pay like $500 to sniff Kylie Minogue's anus.
Okay. Her Kylie, what would you call that? Her Kylie mug hole? I don't know.
Kylie Muggles. I don't have any wizard powers.
So
if Kylie Minogue was in any of the Harry Potter movies, it would have made them 100 times better.
Yes.
Yeah, she should be so lucky. Lucky.
Kylie Minogue was a wizard the entire time. It was in the subtext of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Thank you. Well,
J.K. Rowling just posting up on Twitter saying, Rupert Grint is gay. Like, wait, what? No, I'm not.
No, that'd be perfect. Can if I was J.K. Rowling and everyone hated me, I would just be on Twitter all the time, just making up like canon for stories that I have no.
They haven't written.
So,
Emma Watson is actually like, no.
Pennywise is a pansexual.
Yeah, just things along those lines. Like, oh, and by the way, Sailor Moon is a eugenicist.
God damn it.
Oh man, I can't wait for like J.K. Rowling to accidentally piss off K-pop fans and they actually like take her down because they're the only ones who are actually capable of doing so.
Yeah, I really wish K-pop fans had less political power.
Oh,
depends how you direct it.
Depends on the K-pop fan.
It's time America had its first K-pop president.
K-pop president, gamer vice president. I think we're ready.
I'm sorry to bother you, miss. I'm sorry to bother you, miss, said the man in a slow and metered cadence. I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten my pass. Could you step a little closer and let me onto the platform? You're garbage. You're trash.
I am wondering how many people are catching the reference.
Okay, everybody out there, look up. There's a YouTube video of a guy playing trumpet, like in New York City probably, and some guy comes walking up to him and starts berating him, like, who the fuck are you? You're nobody. You're garbage. Stop ruining everything.
I think the dude's just out there busking. Just gets harassed.
Yeah.
Melinda's uneasiness began to creep back in. She knew how easy it would be for her to open the gate and let the man pass through. All she had to do was activate the motion detector on her own side, but it was this that she couldn't quite bring herself to do. The man's appearance repelled her.
Rude.
Well, wow, because he's white and ashen and a corpse.
He's wearing a suit. He's a part of the elite.
The idea of getting close to him made her skin crawl. She didn't know him, and he wasn't wearing a mask. Standing several feet away, 6 feet at least, and well out of grabbing distance, she already felt too close for her own comfort.
You ever see a girl that you find attractive and just say, hey, can you come over here into grabbing distance for a minute? No reason.
You're awful pretty for someone in grabbing distance.
Wow, that's such a good pickup line.
You ever want to get, like, the shit beat out of you and to be ejected from wherever you are fast? Just drop that line.
Go.
Oh, boy.
So in kilograms, honey, roughly how much do you poop a day?
God damn it.
Kilograms? The fuck is this, Canada?
Just wondering here, do you have any jars of toenail clippings in your car that I could have?
In your car, yeah.
Is that what you think goes in cars, Brandon?
Listen, Brandon doesn't drive. He doesn't own a car. He's not one of these toenail clipping drivers out there.
So basically, Chelsea just has tons of toenail clippings in her car, and Brandon thinks that that's normal.
Yes. Yes. He's always moving them out of the seat, clink-a-clink, clink-a-dink, falling on the floor. They pull up somewhere, he opens the door, they all come falling out onto the sidewalk.
Chelsea gets pulled over by a cop. Do you have any deadly weapons in the car? That bitch has got a lot of toenail clippers.
Yeah.
Officer, I'm afraid for my life. Help.
Oh, God. So what is this?
I don't remember.
I think it's Abysmii.
Okay, the sound of the train echoing through the nearby tunnel interrupted her thoughts. "Please, miss," said the man without any detectable change in his tone or expression. "The train is coming. Won't you help me?" As Melinda weighed her options, the train pulled in behind her.
Is it Molinda?
Molinda.
It went from
Molinda.
Melinda to Malinda to Molinda.
This is what happens when you spell names weird. She heard his doors open. If she was going to help the man, it was now or never.
"I'm sorry," she said, the first words she had spoken to him. She simply couldn't do it. Her guilt and embarrassment were immediate, but neither overtook her relief as she bounded onto the train, leaving the strange man stranded behind the gate. The doors closed a moment later, and as the train pulled out of the station, Melinda watched the man through the window. It unnerved her even more to see that his expression hadn't changed in the slightest. His lips still smiled, and his eyes remained focused on her until he was out of sight. Then he Slendermaned. Bum, 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 the end.
Yeah, whatever that means. A shiver ran down Melinda's spine. She had met some interesting characters in the city, but none had affected her quite as much as that man. As the train chugged along, she began to feel worse and worse about leaving him. To soothe herself, she masturbated her toenails. Mm-hmm. She imagined him climbing the stairs back up to the sidewalk and hailing a cab which would take him to whatever fancy apartment building in Back Bay he called home. That was where creepy music guys lived, wasn't it?
Welcome to Back Bay, where the all creepy music guys follow me. Doot, 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 doot. It's like The Wizard of Oz, but
I love that. I listen to Gloria Estefan, and everything else is by creepy music guys.
Yeah. She doesn't like male musicians.
Doesn't like buskers. This is just a fucking busker. Dude's trying to, get home after, a long day of playing for tips. And, yeah, being a dick.
He's in a fancy suit. She neglected to mention he's wearing, the one-man band accoutrements. He's got
a fucking saxophone. He's clearly a jazz player.
Yeah.
He looks weird.
Mm-hmm. All right, is this me?
Yeah.
Melinda, are you sure? Melinda continued.
Actually, it might be me.
I think
we accidentally skipped you, so just go ahead.
Well, I think it's... Okay, maybe it's me. Melinda continued to build on the story she'd created about this man when the train slowed to a stop in the next station. She was imagining what kind of drink he'd pour himself for a nightcap, what he would be wearing as he went to bed, what he would think about while he touched himself. No, what he'd pour for himself as a nightcap, and she heard the doors open and a pair of feet shuffle toward her. Uh-oh. Her thoughts had just begun to speculate on his love life when she felt a body slide into the seat next to hers. Instinctively, Melinda turned to inspect her new neighbor who was manspreading.
The blood froze in her veins. A cold sweat broke out all over her body. Her knees were weak. Arms were heavy. There, closer than ever, was the corpse man. The corpse husband, in fact. Mm-hmm. They were married.
Yeah, I was thinking corpse husband.
So I went into an Overwatch lobby a while back.
Why?
And, well, it's a funny story, so we'll take the embarrassment and push that aside. Went into an Overwatch looking for group lobby. The name of the player was Corpse Husband, right? And I was like, there's no way this is fucking Corpse Husband. Let me see what this person's doing. The title of the group is Talk to Corpse Husband, okay? I get into the group with the, fake corpse husband guy. I'm the only other one there. And a literal child goes, "Hello, Tormento." And I just went left. Come on, dude.
That is, I don't know what to think about that.
I love that. That's great.
Holy shit.
Hello, I am Corpse Husband. I'm the real me.
Wow. Hashtag dudes posting their W's.
Yeah.
smiling that same sickening smile and fixating on her with those horrible eyes. They're so horrible.
Mm-hmm. Melinda, fuck it. My Linda screamed and leapt.
My Linda
pony.
My Linda pony. Should be leapt, not leap from her seat. Shocking the other late night passengers awake. She bolted for the doors and squeezed through just before they could close on her. Outside the train, she kept running, caring little about where she ended up as long as it was far away from that man. Fuck this, she said to herself. I'm buying a car.
Okay, Brandon.
I don't know much about our protag, but somehow I doubt that she could actually afford a car, especially in that city.
You can't afford a car, you garbage! As the train moved on without my Linda, the other riders looked at each other, murmuring softly in confusion. It wasn't uncommon at this hour to share a train car with someone who was a little off-center, but to see a young lady screaming and running like that was new, even for the oldest local among them, wouldn't it? What could have spooked her so, they all wondered? As far as any of them could tell, no one new had entered their car at the last stop. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
The end.
Yeah, it's the end of that.
Okay. Would this be received completely differently if it hadn't been a pale guy in a suit? Like if it had been something else?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say that if this wasn't an icon pasta and it was just because that's a real thing, people getting stalked in the fucking subway, you can make that very, very creepy and relatable, but it's just, corpse husband sitting next to me.
Who hasn't stalked a woman in a train station? Raise your hand.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All men are trainway stalkers.
Just if you haven't stalked a girl in a train station, just comment the word hand. That's it.
That's the two genders right there, woman and
hand.
Train stalker.
Woman, person stalked on train, and person stalking people on train. Those are the two genders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Biden's America. If we're all just riding trains, that's what everything's going to turn into.
Joe Biden is going to run a train on this country. Slams fist on desk.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Paranormal Guardian Angel. On this episode of Paranormal Guardian Angels, a man is saved from disaster by an angel intervening in his car's ignition. Yeah, so me and the boys were getting absolutely polluted on $5 whiskey sours at that bar that shut down off of I-27. Used to be a good place where you could go and get some drinks and hit on some ladies before that one guy bulldozed side of the building while he was drunk. Suddenly no women folk wanted to show up there because there was a little bit of a draft. I mean, the accident didn't hurt the liquor cabinet none. Anyway, I'm all garbled up on $4 tequila sunrises when I realize I need to be at the construction site that I work at in 10 hours. So I decide I need to drive home and all the other boys get in their cars too. Now I'm really drunk, so I need to drive off some of this booze in my Super Duty F-150. It just won't start. Of course, I'm worried about being late to my job in the morning, but I realize I'm just going to need to call a tow truck or something. So I'm sleeping in my truck and I'm having a dream. A dream that an angel came down from heaven. A real pretty thing. It just enveloped me in this warm glow. I could feel it caressing my body. And I wake up and I piss my pants, right? Anyway, I put my key in the ignition and it just starts. So it turns out I was too drunk to get the key in the ignition. Turning the key outside of the ignition won't work if you don't know anything about cars. So turns out that that's what was happening. And I have to thank my guardian angel for that. They were the one that made me too drunk to understand how an ignition worked. Because my friends weren't so lucky. One of them got busted for a DUI, and if that was me, it would have been my third one. That would have been pretty bad. Plus old Mikey T-boned some out-of-town lawyer and put him in the hospital. So yeah, thanks Jesus for sending down an angel from heaven. You prevented me from facing the worst outcome, going to jail. Join us next time on Paranormal Guardian Angel, where an angel helps a woman escape accusations of being racist by explaining her ancestors didn't own slaves. Paranormal Guardian Nightmare.
Psycho Gorman, PG for short. Psycho Gorman is a movie that I think has come to Shudder now. You could also see it at watchcartoons.com. Psycho Gorman is a great movie, but you have to know what you're getting into when you watch it. It is it is the quintessential 1990s, late 80s, I guess, movie. It's got themes of E.T. It's, PG is the character, Psycho Gorman. It's got themes of the Power Rangers. It's got themes of, all sorts of horror films and body horror and all different things like that. Toxic Avenger, sort of all sorts of different flavors from just everything good about like the 90s and 80s. And, with a nice big twist on it, like a nice big turnaround. And I don't think I'll be spoiling anything by saying, usually you would see a show or a movie where like a young boy meets an alien from another world, and the alien and he, understand each other, and they find, certain things together, and they have an adventure.
Each other's prostates.
Yeah, they check their prostates. They have an adventure together, and
get checked every 4 years, gang.
And, there's the younger sister character who's kind of, either funny or annoying or whatever, and it's just like, oh, you know what it's like having a younger sister who's in your business, bothering you. But Psycho Gorman takes all of that and flips it on its head, and I don't think it's a spoiler because it's in the previews and everything, but what if the younger sister, who was a annoying bitch, was the one who found the alien? And the alien is not friendly, the alien is a piece of shit from space that, is like murderous and horrible.
Literally like the most evil thing in the universe, yes. And the masters of the universe are trying to stop him.
Yeah. And it basically is a whole flip of that trope of like E.T. and Mac and Me and all the different followers that came. I'm trying to think of what the one is where what is it, Last Starfighter?
Oh yeah.
All different things like that of the 80s and 90s. And as I said, even like some flavors of Power Rangers and shit. Where it just is this horrible, horrible fucking kid with this horrible, horrible fucking alien. It's just perfect.
It's got gore a la like early Peter Jackson films, like that era, done actually pretty decently well. It's got Rich Evans. I'm not going to say where, but he's in there somewhere.
He's in there somewhere.
It's got one of my favorite quotes of all time, which of course it's so fast and it's so long that I don't remember, and I keep trying to look it up to commit it to memory, but it's essentially...
The quote is, it's so fast and so long.
So long. Time is an artificial construct that is only experienced by beings who haven't traversed the ninth dimension or some weird shit. And it's just like, it's said as he's walking away, and it's just like really cool, witty stuff like that.
Yeah. I would describe it as a trauma movie that you can actually watch and enjoy, not for how shitty it is.
Yeah. There's definitely been like stuff like Velocipaster and the Asylum films of people going, if we make something intentionally bad, people will think it's funny.
Yeah.
And because like you're self-aware and that's dumb. But this is actually, this straddles that line very, very well. It's rare to see that.
And you have to go into it knowing what you're watching. The lead character, the girl, you're supposed to hate her, and you're supposed to hate the actress, and you're supposed to be disgusted. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. It's intentional.
It is nonsense on purpose. Yeah. It is not supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Psycho Gorman. Watch it on shudder.watch.cartoons.com.